What if I told you that the world's richest man once packed boxes on his knees in a tiny garage? Or that he was laughed at by investors when he proposed selling books online? Today, we dive into the remarkable story of Jeff Bezos, a man who saw the future before anyone else and risked everything to build it. By the end of this video, you'll not only discover the secrets behind Amazon's meteoric rise, but also learn powerful English vocabulary that successful people use every day. Stay with me. The final part reveals Bezos's next mission that could change humanity forever. January 12, 1964, Albuquerque, New Mexico. A 17-year-old high school student named Jacqueline Geezer Jorgensen gives birth to a baby boy. His name? Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen. This teenage mother had no idea her son would one day transform global commerce. But the road ahead wasn't easy. Jeff's biological father, Ted Jorgensen, struggled with alcoholism and disappeared from their lives shortly after Jeff's birth. When Jeff was just a toddler, his mother remarried a Cuban immigrant named Miguel Mike Bezos, a hard-working engineer who legally adopted Jeff and gave him the name we recognize today. Mike taught young Jeff something invaluable: the power of perseverance. From his earliest days, Jeff displayed extraordinary curiosity. At just 3 years old, he attempted to dismantle his own crib with a screwdriver because he wanted a real bed. This wasn't just childish mischief. It was the first sign of an analytical mind that would later revolutionize how we shop. During summers at his grandfather's Texas ranch, Jeff learned to repair tractors, fix machinery, and solve problems creatively. His grandfather, a retired nuclear physicist, sparked Jeff's lifelong fascination with technology and innovation. By high school, Jeff wasn't just excelling academically. He was building homemade alarm systems to keep siblings out of his room and dreaming of enabling human space colonization. As valedictorian of Miami Palmetto Senior High School, he delivered a graduation speech that seemed absurdly ambitious at the time. He wanted to help humanity expand civilization beyond Earth. At Princeton University, while other students partied, Jeff immersed himself in electrical engineering and computer science. His professors quickly recognized his exceptional work ethic and problem-solving abilities. After graduating in 1986, Jeff had his pick of prestigious job offers. He began his career working with cutting-edge fiber optic technology before transitioning to finance at D.E. Shaw and Company, a high-paying position most would consider the pinnacle of success. But something was missing. Then came the moment that would change everything. In 1994, while reading about the explosive growth of internet usage, 2,300% per year, Jeff had a revelation. The internet wasn't just a technological novelty, it was the foundation of a new economy, and he would build the first great empire of this new frontier. His idea? An online bookstore that would offer more titles than any physical store could possibly stock. Most thought he was crazy. Why leave a lucrative Wall Street career to sell books online? But Jeff saw what others couldn't. He understood that this wasn't about books. It was about building the infrastructure for a digital marketplace that could eventually sell everything. Jeff and his wife Mackenzie packed their belongings and drove across the country to Seattle, where he would build his company from his garage with a few borrowed computers. He called it Amazon, after the world's largest river, reflecting his ambition to create the world's largest store. The early days of Amazon were far from glamorous. Jeff personally packed and shipped books on his hands and knees. They used a bell to celebrate each sale, until orders became so frequent they had to turn it off to focus. While Amazon grew rapidly, most analysts remained skeptical. For years, the company operated at a loss. During the dot-com crash of 2000, Amazon's stock plummeted from $107 to just $7 per share. Critics mockingly called it Amazon.bomb and predicted imminent failure. What these critics missed was Jeff's revolutionary, long-term thinking philosophy. While other CEOs focused on quarterly profits, Bezos was building for decades ahead. He famously told shareholders, "We are willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time." This patience allowed Amazon to pioneer innovations that transformed e-commerce, the game-changing one-click ordering system, Amazon Prime's revolutionary shipping model, and the customer review system that built unprecedented trust in online shopping. By 2003, Amazon finally turned profitable. What followed was one of the most extraordinary business expansions in history. Amazon launched Amazon Web Services, AWS, in 2006, now the world's dominant cloud computing platform. Kindle e-readers in 2007, revolutionizing how we read books. Amazon Echo with Alexa in 2014, pioneering voice-controlled home assistants. Amazon Prime Video, challenging Netflix and traditional media. Amazon Fresh, reinventing grocery shopping. By 2017, Amazon was powerful enough to acquire Whole Foods for $13.7 billion, sending shockwaves through the retail industry. What started in a garage had become an unstoppable force. What makes Jeff Bezos different from other successful entrepreneurs? His unique leadership philosophy has become legendary in business circles worldwide. At the core is his day one mentality. No matter how large Amazon grew, Bezos insisted it operate with the urgency, customer obsession, and agility of a startup. Day two is stasis, followed by irrelevance, followed by excruciating, painful decline, he warned. Bezos created a culture obsessed with customer satisfaction rather than competitor actions. His famous empty chair practice, leaving one seat open in meetings to represent the customer, ensured Amazon never lost sight of who they truly served. Perhaps most revolutionary was Bezos's willingness to fail spectacularly. "If you're going to take bold bets, they're going to be experiments," he explained. "And if they're experiments, you don't know ahead of time if they're going to work." This philosophy led to notable failures like the Fire Phone, which cost Amazon hundreds of millions. But it also produced AWS, initially a small experiment that now generates over $60 billion annually. In 2021, Jeff Bezos shocked the world by stepping down as Amazon CEO. But this wasn't retirement. It was realignment toward his ultimate passion, space. Through Blue Origin, his aerospace company founded in 2000, Bezos is pursuing humanity's expansion beyond Earth. Unlike Elon Musk's Mars-focused SpaceX, Bezos envisions massive space colonies housing millions of people while preserving Earth as a residential and light industrial planet. In July 2021, Bezos himself ventured to space aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, a statement that his commitment goes beyond business investment. Simultaneously, through the $10 billion Bezos Earth Fund, he's tackling climate change with the same analytical approach that built Amazon. While his personal life saw changes, including his 2019 divorce from Mackenzie Scott after 25 years of marriage, his vision remains unchanged. From a child dismantling his crib to a man worth over $170 billion, redefining our future in space, Jeff Bezos demonstrates that visionary thinking, relentless execution, and the courage to be misunderstood can truly change the world. The question now isn't what Jeff Bezos will do next. It's whether you'll apply his principles to realize your own extraordinary potential. As Jeff himself says, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Which of his leadership principles will you implement in your life today? Share in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories that will help you master English while expanding your vision of what's possible.